Well, this should work. Hold on, I'm gonna grab the phone and see if this shit's even on. Yep. Open up YouTube, please. Thank you. Thank you. The fuck? Hide your homie. This guy should be like, oh wow, ooh, look at that thumbnail. Oh, it's working. Hi, Justine. Can you hear me? That thumbnail. Oh, it's working. Hi, Justine. Can you hear me? Oh shit, it's gonna echo. Oh, it's working. Shit, no, no, please, no, please. Shit. Shit, no, no, please. Do it. You need to turn this audio off. How do I? Oh, I can just turn down the volume on my phone. Okay, I just have the chat so I can actually read it. All right. Um. So today, while I'm bored and at home, I am going to stream for like an hour. Um. What the fuck is this? Cancel. And mostly, I just want to see if I can get people to join, and um, perhaps give me some suggestions on what the fuck I should draw, because I have no clue. So I'm just gonna like post this on like this little Discord. Um, anyway, I'm working on like tattoo things. Uh, I didn't exactly know what the hell a portfolio was, before, and now I'm just like, oh, I need to make one. So I'm gonna make one for like maybe tattoos, because I heard that they make. Well, one, I really like making tattoo designs. And two, it'd be nice to have a better paying job than what I got now. Not that I don't like my job. I actually really like my job right now. Um, but it's actually stuff I actually like to do because I like to draw like all the time. Um, hold on, just still advertising this shit. Let me just take a screenshot. And then I'm going to put it on story. I do stream. Done. Showing me. I just realized that I never changed the profile picture on my YouTube account to like the profile picture that I put on everything, which has my like grumpy ass face. It's got that really that old one I used to put on everything where I drew myself like super jacked but with the smallest face. Um anyway, um so for me, when I do like tattoo designs, I find it a lot easier to lean into more of a horror or eerie aspect. It just kind of fits better for me, especially when it's like when you're trying to keep it black and white. Hey, it's Elias. I know him. He's cool. So like for me, it's easier just like, when I'm doing like this like kind of line shady stuff, um, which is, like you can't use like too many colors or stuff when you're like trying to design a tattoo or whatever because a lot of people don't even really want colors. I know for sure when like the ones I'm not getting any colors in them because they're probably gonna fade. Also, it's much easier just to wear any clothing when your tattoos are black or whatever. um, I just put like this little red dot in this one right here, just because I don't know. I like the aspect of making it look like someone is recording like a horror film or whatever, or like a ghost video, which is where I got the idea from. So I'm just trying to come up with a bunch of ideas, and I'm running dry. I did this one because I really like D&D, and I like thought it would be kind of cool. These two were thing this one and this one are like remakes of one I did for my buddy when I was in basic training because he really likes like aliens and stuff and like watching ghost videos and stuff. So I designed him like pictures that looked kind of like this, but probably weren't really that good because I did them on like a piece of paper. I'm a digital artist and stuff. So I'm just really trying to think of what the hell to do. This is starting to get kind of. I'm gonna see if I can put on like some lo-fi music or some shit. It's it's too quiet for me. Um, I really should continue working on my comic, but no, I am following the serotonin or the dopamine, and I am just going to make tattoos. There we go. This one's got a picture of Jake the Dog. Holy shit! Holy shit, that's fucking loud. I'm just gonna go fuck with the stream settings a little bit. Turn that down a lot. Turn it down up a bit. Okay. It's got some weird digital noise, but I like the piano. Alright. Let me think. So, I don't do words, as you can tell by this little rec and numbers. I just put them in there to make it look more like a video thing. I don't really do words. My strong suit is probably like faces and stuff. Um, so I'm trying to think what I should do next. Actually, there was like an old. I think I'll try to redo this one. There was this picture I tried to draw for someone of like a golem holding like an eyeball. So I'm just gonna rough out a weird hand here. See if we got something. I think the eyeball needs to be a little bigger. These sketches make sense to me, I promise. It's just um, so it's like the meat part of the palm. It like reaches into the. Oh no. I don't like where this one's going. But I'm just gonna follow through and see how it goes. So, yeah, I drew something a while ago. It was another one of like the little like kind of designs I drew. A lot of like the times when I was designing tattoos, I never ever really done it digitally. So these are kind of like the first three that I've ever done that where I was like, okay, let's try to come up with like a tattoo. Um, and because usually I find it easier to go like rough, um, when you're doing when you're using a pencil and stuff. I got this cool brush that I don't even know what it's called. It's just got like Japanese letters or fucking whatever. That like kind of feels a little realistic. And after I started using that, I started being a bit more comfortable with making more detailed stuff like that. So this one was like a golem or something that was like holding an eyes. So it was like a big beefy boy. Last one, I just had him standing there. And he was kind of like falling apart at the bottom. This is starting to get a little too big. Just gonna shrink it up a bit. Mostly I had him falling apart just because I'm only very good at the upper body, and I remember before I just wouldn't do it, and I'd just find a ways to just get around it. So I was like, how do I just not draw this other arm or the torso or the legs? Oh, let's just have him falling apart. But I think could possibly make something kind of cool. Mm, just putting these little rock bits. Let my brain know that there's rocks being made. Big, big meaty claws. Um, any y'all want to shoot out any cool ideas? I'll jump to those. Right now, I'm kind of somewhat feeling this rock guy. So let's turn this layer into like a darker. I'm gonna go above it. I might get a little smaller tool so I can make more detailed sketches. How is everybody doing today? Is my question. Big, meaty claws. I was actually drawing Rigel's leg. Elias, you won't know this. This is from our old D&D group. But like I drew this like wizard boy, and he had like a rock leg. The inspiration for how I was gonna draw a leg actually came from the first time I drew this little golem guy. So, liked how I did all the rocks and stuff. So I did it very similarly in for that. I never claimed to be an expert hand drawer. I'm just going with whatever my hand decides is acceptable. Kind of looks like he's crushing the eyeball just a little bit. Get some drops. Oh, that's the thumb. So Dark Souls 3. Man, Dark Souls is something I've always wanted to get into, but knowing me, it's not a game that I could mentally handle. Uh I like stay strictly to playing like Minecraft and stuff because if I get into anything too competitive, I will rage. And then it's like at first it's kind of fun, kind of funny. They're like, "Ha, he's getting a little mad," and then it just turns too like too serious, and then it just kills the mood. It just I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna stop myself from playing games like that. I've tried like methods of like like oh it's just a game, just calm down. Like trying to like relax a bit, but it's still it never really works for too long. So I just ended up was just like decided maybe I should just not play these games. Um, I mean, I'll play them every now and then probably, but like when I get into them, I get like too competitive, and then I get like too serious about it, and then when I mess up, that's when I start getting mad. Um, and then I start like blaming the computer and shit. um, but yeah. But Dark Souls seems super cool. The lore seems interesting. I'm all about fantasy. I love fantasy so much. Um, but I just don't know if it's a game I can get into. Like Elden Rings, so jealous of everybody who's playing that. If I knew that I could play that and not be a total asshole, like if I knew for 100%, then I'd definitely play it. But gotta know your limits. Gotta know your limits. Right. I got real lazy with those rocks. All right. So I feel like the fucking thumb's tangenting too much with the shoulder. I think I'm gonna just move this shit just a tad. Go in. I don't know if that solved my problem. Yeah, no, Minecraft Dungeons. Amazingly, somehow I got too into it, and I broke my fucking TV. So, yeah, I don't play Minecraft Dungeons anymore. I almost thought about doing it because I got Minecraft again for this new laptop that can like run a lot of things a lot better. Um, and that if you guys don't know, Minecraft is now like giving you Java Edition if you've got Bedrock too, and they both run from like the same kind of program now, um, like the same starting program, which is kind of cool. And then I saw Minecraft Dungeons is also running from the same thing, and I was like, should I? Maybe? Is all my stuff still there? And then I keep on having flashbacks to when I threw my remote on the ground and it ricocheted into my television screen, destroying it. Devil May Cry 5 is much harder game on the harder difficulty. Dark Souls is just an arcade like hard. I did play Devil May Cry 5 for a little bit, but I actually stopped when it started getting too hard. Um, also just because I was like, I don't know what the fuck to do. But that game was very fun. I mean, like, maybe. I've never actually given Dark Souls a try. Um, don't get me wrong, I like hard games. There's stuff that gets me hard. It's sometimes when it's buggy, that's when I get like really mad. Um, because I used to play like Grand Theft Auto and do all these heists and shit. And then when it gets hard, I get super into it and I get super focused. And when we fuck up, sometimes I get a little mad, but I'm like, it's when the game glitches out and there's something completely unavoidable that I could not do, like could not fix, could not do anything about. That's when I like start losing my shit. Um, and like one reason why I stay away from Dark Souls is because a lot of the things seems like you need pinpoint accuracy, and that just sounds, um, yeah, yeah, maybe, yeah. Well, like like when like I keep on like I just said, like if I you need so much accuracy, I feel like there would be a room for maybe a glitch to happen. Then again, my coworker, he's like super into Dark Souls, and we were like talking about like fantasy stuff, and he was telling me that he played a Dark Souls game and he'd never really ever seen any glitches. He says like he's been playing for years, and they're very well put together. Um, Something like GTA or Minecraft Dungeons is. Um, Not saying that they make less quality things, but like um, it's there definitely is a lot more glitches going on there. So maybe I'll try Dark Souls sometime. Maybe I'll try Elden Ring, because I really love the open world things, and that one seems really cool, especially because you can like make a bunch of classes and stuff. And I live for that shit. Oh, I moved the wrong layer. That's why the hand didn't help. Hmm. Dark Souls is a well-made series. Same with Devil May Cry. Yeah, I hear a lot of good things about Devil May Cry. Um, that's part of the reason why I decided to play the fifth game. I didn't play the previous ones, but the fifth game was free on Game Pass, so I decided to try it out one night. And then we got to the first boss, and I was like, "Oh yeah!" And then like I just got my ass handed to me, and I tried to go upgrade my stuff, and I didn't have any of like the in-game currency to be able to get any upgrades, and I was really kind of just lost. I could have looked more into it. I was having a fun time. It was pretty cool. The story was interesting, but I was just like, yeah, but I could just play Minecraft. Sometimes I get lazy like that. But yeah, let me. I think I'm gonna try to start doing some of the line art on this piece. So, circle kind of looks incomplete on this. It was probably like the lowest difficulty or intermediate. I am really bad at video games. Like this was back in like 2020, when I like just got so bored with like the games I was playing, so I just started looking on Game Pass, and I was like, "Oh, Devil May Cry! I hear a lot of cool things about this." Um, and I decided to give it a try. This lo-fi channel is it's like a streaming thing. Um, it's called Stop Overthinking. I think it's actually really helping. Yeah, I feel like I am. Um, I don't know. Now I just don't really even have that much time for video games. Um, well, probably I would have more time for a single player game. So maybe now would be a good time to probably get into it. I've always been more into multiplayer and like messing around with my friends online. But yeah, right now I haven't been playing much video games because I work night shift. So whenever I'm off, like in the mornings, all my friends are all busy with with their lives because everything else happens in the morning. Whereas when they're all free, I'm at work, uh, and I work as a security guard, so there's not much free time at my work when I'm on the job. It is a very interesting job, though. I really like my job. It's really cool, but if I could if like somebody was like, "Yo, would you like to do like tattoos?" And like I could take you on as apprentice, I would take it in a heartbeat. Um, but right now it's a good job. lots of good experience, especially just because, just got out of the, military police training and stuff. So it's a nice transition from like, training all the time and taking a civilian job. Yeah, you got any requests? I can do something for you. I'm designing tattoos right now. Um, these are some of the stuff I was working on. This one's for like D&D. This is two like paranormal kind of things. I'm drawing some like golem thing I did before. Uh, just trying to see if I can remaster it. But if you got any requests, I'm all for it. Ironically, this golem guy is probably the more like human out of all all these little characters. Kind of body is where I'm getting at. Thinking just gonna rough around the neckline. I don't want to get too into the rocks right now. I want to make sure they don't fuck with the lines. I remember my friend I was like, I said, "Oh, lo-fi," like kind of in a joking voice. I got nothing against lo-fi. It was his instant response to, through gritted teeth, going, "Lo-fi is great." It just destroyed me. Which I get it now. I'm like, yeah, dude, this shit's relaxing. Like I said, the one I'm playing right now is called Stop Overthinking. Uh, really helping right now. It's actually pretty cool. Do 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 do. Do 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 dripping. Do, 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 do. So how you doing, JD Cat? Like I said, I'm all good with any request. Got anything shooting my way? That's part of the reason why I'm streaming. I'm having trouble coming up with more ideas. Um, working on a portfolio to possibly start applying for being a apprentice for a tattoo shop. Because I was going to get like a tattoo design done, show them like my design, and then I was like, out of curiosity, how do you even get into start working as a tattoo artist? Because it seems like a really cool job. It's definitely got a lot of demand, so like um, could be a good money maker. And I already had like a lot of people asking me to design tattoos and stuff for them. Um, so like just working on like a portfolio. Never really made a portfolio before. Just want to come up with some pretty cool designs that are a bit different. Oh, this shit's gonna be a bitch to shade. I just thought about it. Oh, the rocks. I mean, I could possibly just get lazy with it, but I don't know. One thing that I kind of struggle, I'm not going to use a brush because sometimes for me, like a brush is super useful when I'm like working on like my comic stuff. But when I'm working on like an illustration, I don't really like using a brush for some things, even when I'm struggling with it. Like there I have a rock brush. Um but I don't know. Uh, I just don't like the look of it when it's like done. So, and rocks are weird. I was just about to say I'm like struggling with it, and I just explained why I'm not even gonna like use a brush. No one even suggested that yet. But anyway, let me start like complaining now. Rocks are weird. I don't like rocks. You ever look at a rock, you're like, what shape is this? It's whatever it's I don't know, something fucking weird. Um, they're I don't know. I have a bit of a hard time trying to wrap my head about drawing them because a lot of things in art is just very technical. You look at your hand, you're like, oh, this is like a flat cylinder thing. Um, okay, I guess I can work with a cylinder. Oh, a head, you get a circle, you put like a little bit of a trapezoid at the bottom of it. All right. Rocks, I guess a circle. But if you just do just a circle every time, then it's weird. There's like rocks that could be more squarish. There's rocks that can look like triangles. I don't know. I don't know. There's no defined shape for a rock, and I hate it. It's kind of, I don't know. Maybe I'm just overreacting, but you know, trees go up, um, roots they spread out, lightning spreads out and shit. There's a clear path there. Rocks, they could be shaped as like a house. Like there could be a rock that looks exactly like a house. It could happen. It's not likely, but it could happen. How the fuck am I going to show that's a rock in black and white? And what color is a rock? What is a rock? I don't know. I contemplated getting a drink, like an alcoholic beverage, but it is 2 o'clock, and that would be the most sad thing I could ever do is crack a cold one. Um, well, I don't drink beer. I take shots, but you know, that's still. If I start pulling out liquor right now, I gotta really question my life choices. So, I wish I had multiple monitors so that I can read the chat better. Because I start to worry that maybe my phone is starting to act weird. These are starting to these are starting to overlap like dragon scales, and I don't really like it. So I'm going to start mixing it up a little bit. Get more random rocks to start coming forward. Y'all like D&D? Alcohol. Yeah, it's coming from the rum pirate. I still remember you told me that. I thought that was a funny. No, no, no. They just call you the pirate, right? Because you like rum and you're good at finding shit. I'm starting to like think about what tattoo shops I want to go to. The tattoo shop I'm going to seems pretty cool. The people there kind of seem like they're, you know, I feel like I could like, chill with them more. Um, but they might be full, so I'm like starting to open up my like options and stuff. Um, but yeah, it was just, especially I've always kind of been interested in maybe doing tattoos one day. Um, it was just when I got there and I kind of saw the atmosphere and like, saw them all pulling out like their drawing tablets and getting to work. It was pretty cool. I was like, hey, this looks like something I'd be interested in. And um, ironically, you'll probably hear me say I hate people a lot, but like I love interacting with people. I'm kind of a bit of an extrovert. I'm just awkward. Um, the only reason why I wouldn't talk to people is because I struggle with talking with people sometimes. But I kind of thrive in customer service. I really like helping people out. So it kind of seems like a job that's up my alley. I get to work with a lot of people, maybe meet a lot of people. I'll probably run into frustrating people, but that's part of like basically any job. Like my job right now, I run into a lot of very lovely people, super nice, very polite, and then I run into drug addicts smoking up the bathroom and making everybody lightheaded. Rum pirate, yeah, that was right. Um, but yeah. These these rocks are gonna take fucking forever. I keep on now that I'm like super like I'm back in the game and I'm like more in tune with like my new equipment and stuff. My laptop like broke a bit ago when I was actually starting to get to work on like the webtoon comic contest submission. Um, and it kind of threw me off when my laptop broke because that was all the equipment I've been using for years now. Um, and I'm starting to get back into it. And like I should really be working on my comic, but I really just keep on coming up with a bunch of art ideas. Like I'm thinking about my old D&D group, and I just started doing stuff for that, and I still want to do stuff for that. I'm just starting to fill my plate up a bit, and I need to sit down and get that stuff done. The problem is, like, I'm not used to having such a tight schedule. Because I'm still kind of like pretty young, but like, um, this is like the first ever job that has been so real. I felt like I was like out of my league when I went up to HR and started doing stuff. So it's kind of weird. It's weird to work around. I'm learning though. But yeah, I'm trying to work on like a comic submission. There's something I want to do for like a cool like D&D character that I had. He's just gonna be an NPC. I'm going to do my best to not make him a DM NPC, and by my best, I'm going to make him leave a lot because I don't like the story of DM NPCs. Um, they always never end well. Why did I start shading that? Get the fuck out of there, lines. But yeah, yeah, I wanted to make something cool for him, like make a almost slightly animated like backstory for him, because he did start off as just like because I used to watch this podcast all the time. Sadly, they stopped making it. Hopefully, they start actually doing like streams for D&D and stuff because I really love their stuff a lot. I really like their characters and the DM's very good. Um, they're called Roll For It, by the way. They go by Two Nerds, One Pup now. That's their gaming stream. They're super lovely people, super cool. I remember when I I drew some stuff because I was just listening to one of their D&D episodes, and one of the scenes really like inspired me to draw something because it was just funny in my head. And I remember at the time, I wasn't like too big on my art. I didn't think I was that good. I would just doodle every now and then. And then yeah, it was just really cool, and it was really encouraging for like not just them, but like the whole cast of the D&D to come in, the D&D group come in and be like, whoa, this is so fucking cool. It was a really encouraging thing, and it Um, it really made me get more into art. So, that little D&D podcast has like a little special place in my heart. Uh, they're also just a nice group. I remember one time my Patreon didn't go through when I was having money issues, and they checked on me to see if I was doing all right. I really appreciated that. I was kind of in a rough point. Um, they're super cool. Go check them out. Lovely people. Um, but yeah, I say that for uh, my millions of fans that are watching right now. Um, just I could really boost up other streamers. But yeah, no, but for real, I'd recommend watching them. They're cool. I mostly say that just because I saw one of the people that would watch that like were I'm on the Discord for them on just liked on the story where I was trying to get people to join in on the stream. He's really cool. His name's True Sketch. He's got a pretty interesting art style. Pretty cool. It's getting really good. He seems like he does a traditional, and then he like uploads it onto like a website, and then he colors it in. Very interesting. Yeah, me and him also did. We both did kind of like fan art for them. Pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've really sidetracked. Yeah. No. The DM. He like they made some really cool. Once they reached like a certain amount, I can't remember what it was for, but once they reached like I think it was when they reached like a certain amount of Patreons that they sent us all out like handwritten letters. And he was like, since you've been so nice to draw all of our characters for us, I decided I was gonna draw you your next D&D character. And it was a fun little guy named Rydonkulus. Um, and he was like a barbarian human with like a dog head. And then I remember he said in the description, "Why's he got a dog head? I don't understand the question." And and so like I just kept it true to that he's just got a dog head, and everyone's like, "What the fuck?" And there's no explanation. I guarantee you there will be no explanation. He's going to be an NPC in a campaign that I'm hoping will stick pretty good with Justine here and my girlfriend. It's gonna be an Eberron campaign. It's a book I got a while ago. Seemed really interesting. I only really got it for like Warforges and stuff because I thought Warforges were badass. I thought they were super cool. The story's actually really cool itself. I just realized rocks can be big. Maybe I should put some big rocks in here. Some of these rocks are coming together. I'm gonna combine them. Rocks can be big, guys. You don't have to make a bunch of little rocks. Rocks can be big. I promise. Just go make a big rock. Why don't you? Just get out there, make some big rocks. Enjoy yourself. Rocks don't gotta be small. I'm also thinking about doing like so like I made hey Chainsaw Maniac. This guy's cool. I need to read it. I just read I yeah, fuck. I just dropped my pen. Just read whose comic did I read? I just read I know her name. She Hobbish. 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 I should know this because I just caught up on the Witchstone. I just read her submission. I need to read Kill All Heroes. I watched the trailer. That shit looked badass. Um I need to watch that. But yeah, yeah, rocks can look like. But what does a rock really look like? We just jumped into this philosophy over here. breaking new grounds on this stream. Like, what is a rock, really? Is the Earth a rock? Yes, I believe so. But yeah. I need to read the trailer. It keeps on making me think it's like an animated series. Uh, I know it's not an animated series, but my brain is all like, let's watch it. Um, yeah, it seems really cool. It makes me think of The Boys. I love The Boys, which, by the way, I need to watch the third season. Um, which is super cool that it came out. But yeah, seems super interesting. I really need to watch it. And your art style is really cool. So that's another big reason. Seem really good at action, which is something I'm working on. Yeah, what I'm working on right now, name of the project is Chosen One Try Hard. I kinda don't like isekais, but I made one. Um, I fucking made one. But the idea stuck in my head and I liked it enough and it seems like a perfect idea for, a comic contest. And if like people like if it gathers enough attention from being part of this contest, people actually like it, maybe I'll actually do a whole story. Because I might actually just make a whole story. Just because whenever I come up with like a story idea, my brain just runs rampant and I keep on coming up with these plot details and now I gotta make it. Just because it's so on my head a lot. Super cool. It's about a guy. Well, this is gonna be like in the summary. It's about a widower that to deal with his grief, he decided he was going. Well, he didn't really decide. He dealt with his grief in a way that um, he just wanted to escape. So he started getting super into VR and stuff. So he just started buying all the crazy equipment to make him feel more immersed, to make him feel like he's just away from the real world as much as possible. Um, all this crazy stuff that lets him run, jump, make him feel in the game. So, it's already super immersive. And then finally, this new game comes out, and like everyone's been hyping it up for a while. Um, it's called like the Land of Idexinai. And he gets it and he's blown away. It's the most immersed he's ever felt in a long time. And he feels like he finally escaped and finally he can possibly be somewhere else where he can enjoy himself. While he's like taking Amish! It's Amish! I just read all of I just caught up on you do have a good voice. I really liked it. Um Yeah, isekais are very cool when they're done right. Uh, yeah, but I only screamed Hamish because I just caught up on Witch's Stone. Super cool. And I read for Kara. And yeah, pretty fucking sad. Um, but yeah, so basically how it gets isekai, it never really explains it. It never really goes into the logistics of the world. The action in the first scene is the slow realization that he is not so much in a game, but he somehow ended up in a completely different fucking world. When he's taking in the scenery and he's like, whoa, this is amazing. I finally did it. I finally escaped. I finally feel somewhere else. And it's like, almost like a moment of victory when someone comes from behind him and like almost like cuts him, like almost like a fatal kind of thing, but he moved out of the way just in time and he got a big like gash across his chest. And it's like this knight character. After a bit of kind of defending himself, he was like, okay, wow, this game is really intense. This feels very real. This is kind of nuts. Kind of like it. He manages to get himself out of like the situation, gets up, Um, kind of like he bashes in like the knee of the guy with his gunner cut down. It'll make sense when I actually post it. I done like almost all the storyboarding and everything, and like the sketching of it all. I just got to do the line art and color it up, which easier said than done. My plan is to have all of July to kind of advertise it and stuff. Which preferably I would have June and July, but you know. But yeah, so he gets up and then he realizes there's no GUI. What? How do I even log out? And then like, this isn't like Sword Art Online where he's got his brain hooked up to the Matrix. He's playing an actual VR game. So he tries to take off his helmet. When he touches his head and there's no helmet, he's like, what now? As this crazy murderous like almost like cult member charges at him. And that's the kind of fight. It's him fighting for his life with like almost no gear whatsoever. But yeah, if y'all got any yes, this is the story. Um but yeah, if y'all got any y'all got any like tattoo ideas, I'm working on like a tattoo portfolio, because I've got the attention span of a goldfish. Again, I'm gonna show you guys some stuff. I definitely lean more into a kind of creepy, almost horror kind of thing. Like I've said before, this one is for like, I really like D&D, so, this one super cool. I might even actually get that one. These ones I designed for a bud of mine when I was in training. He really liked supernatural stuff and like found footage like ghost videos. And I remade them here. But yeah, what? Why don't you want to be popular, Elias? You already are. You're our friend. So, um, but, but yeah, these. I'm mostly just trying to build a portfolio right now. Something fun, easy. If you guys got any requests, if you're like, ooh, I want to see a turtle stabbing a sandwich or something like that, I'll go ahead and draw that up. Doing a weird kind of line shading stuff for this, because of course, if it's gonna be like tattooed on somebody, um, I feel like line shading would be the best bet. I know they do soft like shading, but I would imagine if I'm doing tattoos, because this is gonna be like for me wanting to be an apprentice, um, I'd probably just want to do line shading for my designs. But yeah. I need to start reading my webtoons more. I've been like subscribed to a bunch of them, a bunch of ones I really like, but I've only been reading like a handful. I don't know why that is. Um, Instead, I just watch YouTube videos I'm only like partially interested in. I've been watching a lot of Terraria stuff. I don't know where that obsession is coming from, and I've been playing it a little bit too, because now I got like a computer that can run all these cool mods and stuff. What's up, Ben Ben? My cat came up to me and meowed. On foot. Oh yeah, that would be cool. That sounds interesting. Yeah, I thought about making like a horror thing, because I'm really into that. I like horror a lot. Um, I guess there is a story that I am like kind of working on. It's almost like a passion project in the background. I almost just want like a team for this one, because I want it to be amazing because I've been thinking about it for like so long. Um, so right now I'm working on stories that I'm okay with suffering through the learning process a little bit. Stories I still love, but I'm all right with them being like a stepping stone to me learning how to make this other story. So the story is called Abuibo. It's got a lot of horror aspects because it deals with the spirit world and stuff, um, and explores like the mechanics of like souls and shit. I'm not gonna go too into it because I've been thinking about this one for like how long has it been? I think I came up with it when I was 14. So it's been 7 years. Thank you. These rocks do feel very rocky. I'm trying to do a slight bit of shading. Really should be working on my comic right now. Um, I don't know. I'm like the little SpongeBob meme where it's like, I don't really feel like it. But yeah, I just keep on coming up with too many ideas that get me excited. And my comic equally excites me. But for some reason, it's hard to will myself to go work on it. Almost gotta twist my arm. Which if I want to keep making them, I just gotta like learn to do that. So I think I'll work on it today. I think I'll work on it before I get to bed. I'll get up tomorrow and I'll work on it before I go to work. That's my goal. That's my New Year's resolution, boys and girls, and non-specifics. Oh man, job's pretty interesting. Um, I never thought I would get so familiar with what meth smelled like. Out of context, I'm a security guard. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm a security guard, so I have to. Oh, hold on, let me see these. Yeah, new shiny idea syndrome, pretty much. I do a cool horror manga one shot for Kyoto International Contest. Oh, that sounds interesting. I'm gonna have to check that out. Sounds really cool. Yeah, and also have a lot of fun learning Clip Studio. Yeah, Clip Studio is really cool. Clip Studio is probably 100% going to be my choice for digital art for probably ever. Um, I don't really want to go learn a new program or anything. Uh, and it's just got a lot of cool things. Like it's got a whole webtoon um thing. And that's super cool. I like it. I actually really like how these rocks are kind of turning out now. Just gotta make sure I make the lines on the arms thicker so that the lines on the rocks. I probably should have done the rocks in a different color. like the lines for the rocks. Maybe like a lighter color so that the form is more defined. But, you know, maybe I can get this to work. I feel like I'm almost done with this. Just gotta finish up more rocks. Welcome to Rocks the Stream. Ironically, we're not playing rock music. We're playing lo-fi. Lo-fi. Stop overthinking lo-fi. It's got a little cute picture of Jake the dog. I love Adventure Time. Y'all watch Adventure Time? Ooh, let me see. I have this manga that I made in high school. It was a horror mystery. Never really finished it. What's it about? I love horror. I said that already. This rock frog eyeball creature is pretty wild. Yeah, it's like some weird yeah, the fingers do kind of look frog like. I struggle with hands. I always do weird looking hands. It's like some kind of column and it's falling apart. It's a drawing I did for somebody before, um, for like a tattoo idea. And I used to only do my tattoos in like traditional because it felt like a different style. But I think now I need to make like cleaner looking stuff in digital, which is ironic because my style is far from clean. It is messy as hell. I wonder if I got any cool things I could show off right now. Oh yeah, this is the main character for the call to action contest. You never got into Adventure Time? You guys gotta finish it. I love Adventure Time so much. It's such a good story. Um, and it teaches a lot of cool life lessons. My biggest inspirations for stuff is probably the that generation of Cartoon Network. I watched regular show like crazy, Adventure Time like crazy, the episode constructions and like the way that each episode was very episodic and was its own standalone thing, but yet there's like an overarching story in the background. It's kind of what I imagine for my stories going on, except for Chosen One Try Hard. That one's definitely much more linear. Um, but stuff like Glee Plurp, Fossil Fuel, and Barbara is uh is definitely much more regular show. Uh, Total off the walls crazy shit happening every episode. Much like Adventure Time and regular show. Regular show is a bit more of an inspiration, but I still love Adventure Time so much. It makes me so happy. Such a cute show. Uh, yeah. I'm thinking about doing one. I'm thinking about doing some gaming stuff. I even made like a whole other channel called Hide Your Homie Gaming, and trying to make sure that this channel is 100% art, and like the creation of comics and stuff. Maybe I'll talk about more comic stuff. Maybe I'll have something to talk about with Apollo. Uh, and maybe he can interview me about my comics sometime. Um, but yeah, right now I feel like I'm like, yeah, I'm an artist, aspiring comic maker. I keep on talking about how I'm working on comics. I just need to make one at some point. This is the contest is my biggest motivator. I have like probably like really bad ADHD that makes it super hard to focus. I struggle to focus all the time. I remember I either focus or hyper focus. I have no in between. Um, there was like a time where I was like struggling with like my schoolwork, and I was actually getting super sad and really upset because I could not focus like for the life of me. And then there's sometimes where I would draw and I realize 8 hours passed and I haven't eaten, drinking, or done nothing, and I didn't even notice that much time has passed. Um, but yeah, I really need to work on it. Oh, missing out? Nah. The concept I had for manga was like the back rooms. Basically, the main character lost his memory and has no idea where he. Oh, yeah. That sounds interesting. You know what horror stories I hate? I hate. I love them and I hate them, but they tap into something real for me. Like I have like these are like reoccurring nightmares. Like for me, I end up like in a never-ending bathroom. It's like a labyrinth, and it starts to get more distorted as it go on. And there's like showers and shit. There's water dripping on the ground. The ceiling seems to go on forever. Lights start to flicker, and there's something in there with me, and there's no escape. Um, but like the stories that get me are the ones where they are stuck forever in a space, in a small kind of space. Like there was this one I watched The Watcher, and they have an Are You Scared series where she's just going down a fucking elevator, and the elevator never stops, and she starves to death because of how long she was in there. And when they found her body, it had 2 years of decay. No, I think it was 2 months of decay. Anyway, that shit's fucked up. That shit freaks me out. I hate that shit. There was like a Twitter thread of a guy who could not leave his shower. The moment he got out of his shower and went to the door, he would end up back in his shower, and he didn't know what was happening. And then he like called his mom to come get him, and then his mom was like super freaked out, and she like called the fire department to break down the door. Um, And then she was like, "Are you kidding me? You're not even in here." And he was like, "What?" As he's currently in the bathroom. And she's like, "Yeah, are you kidding me?" And then like then he just keeps on giving updates on it. And then it was like a Twitter thread post, and he pokes his head out a window, and there's just like a red like sun, and it's all black outside and shit. And as he's like trying to get out of the window, he ends up back in the shower. And then it just ends with him saying his phone is dying and he doesn't know how he's gonna escape. I'm like, oh no, no, no. They do like an episode like this in One Punch Man. It also got me. Not One Punch Man, Mob Psycho. Um, I hate that shit. Fucking hate that shit. Get that shit out of here. But bring it here because it's also interesting. Like this is too crooked. Oh, I'm just gonna apply transformation. Oops. Okay. Ooh, shit. Missed a couple comments. Then regular show. Adventure Time was awesome and regular show. Lemon Grab is my favorite, though. I do love Lemon Grab. He's probably the most fucked up character there. And I think that's what I love most about him. I'll probably never make a comic in these times. It's cool. You make some cool illustrations, though. I need to catch up on the area. I need to catch up on the Are You Scared series. I love Shane and Ryan. Me too. I love the mystery and suspense of those crazy labyrinths. I'm so excited that they're doing more ghost hunting. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm excited too. I actually kind of want to go do that stuff with people. Um if you ever play a horror game with me, you'll probably see that I'm the biggest scaredy cat. You'll hear me like jump and stuff. It's more I don't like being jump scared. As like my partner knows, and some of my friends know, when it comes to real life ghosts, I don't give a fuck. If I find out my house is haunted, I'm like, well, one of us is leaving, and it's not me. And I kind of want to go do that kind of stuff. I kind of want to go see ghosts. I love ghost stuff. I'm super interested in that stuff. Um, some of it, like a lot of the stuff I see, I don't know if it's true, but like that eerie area and being with friends, um, sounds like it'd be a lot of fun. I guarantee I probably would be a bit more jumpy in there. Like a loud noise would definitely get me to scream. But I think I would definitely do pretty all right because I'm a bit like Shane where I like to antagonize things. Um, I want the reader to find out with the main character. Oh yeah. Um, yeah, those stories definitely get you into the mind state of them. Um, and it makes you feel just as fucking trapped as them. Um, that's like the elevator story that I was talking about. Those stories does that very well, where you are not sure what's going on, and your eyes are only through the protagonist. Um, and the protagonist is 100% lost. That's the worst part about him. Yeah, I think that's like the one of the that's probably a genuine phobia of mine. I really don't like it, especially because I deal with it a lot in my dreams. It's it's the feeling of dread whenever I walk into a bathroom and I think it might be the same bathroom as before. It translates through all dreams. It's reoccurring, and whenever there's been sometimes where I walk into the entrance and I recognize the entrance and I leave and my heart is racing. And it's crazy because nothing happens. Like nothing ever happens to them. Nothing bad. I don't die. I've had dreams where I've died before. Um, and like, it's been super intense, but nothing gets my heart racing like that. Except for one, but this one is a bit too intense. This one was fucking weird. I don't know if I'll talk about it though, because whenever I talk about it, it gets me all it makes me all weird. Yeah. Weibo's gonna be fun though. I am super excited for Weibo. I think when I make it, that's gonna be my number one favorite series. Oh. I'm gonna make it so the gravity is falling down. There we go. So, oop. Yeah, ghost stuff is my favorite. LOL. I could never go ghost hunting though. Gotta head out through. Oh god, full day of animating. Alright, see you later. That is like some my sister and we have the same dream is crazy. That's the most wild part about it, and probably what makes me gives me more of the heebie-jeebies. My dreams have always been wild. My dreams are crazy. Um, yeah, my sister has the same exact place, same exact concept. We're stuck, and there's no escape. It's just a never-ending bathroom, and it gets more eerie as we're in there. And I remember one time I like brought it up. I was like, "Do you remember this dream?" And like it freaks me out more because I could feel like almost like the panic where she's like, "Why did you go back? Did you go back?" And I was like, "No, no, I just was remembering and was wondering if you had any more details about it." She's like, "Oh no, no," and we just dropped it. I was like, "Oh my god." It's just like she kind of joked around for a little bit that maybe we ended up like in the back rooms or something. Maybe we just no clipped from reality, and every once in a while we just hop into that reality, and we're stuck there for like 8 hours. Yeah, My dreams are crazy. I'm starting to like learn how to fly better and better in my dreams. Because when I first started like having like these kind of lucid dreams when I was younger, I would like kind of float around like I was at the shores of water. I'd have to push myself off the ground as I was moving around. And as I got more comfortable, I started going down more, and I felt like I was swimming into the depths of the ocean, but not the depths of the ocean, like the depths of like a pool or fucking whatever. Um, but I was just like in like a neighborhood or whatever. But like water, it started to pull me up, and sometimes I would like not be able to control the up. And I remember as a kid, I'd freak out and grab things and think I'm gonna fall into the sky. And then as I was getting older, it was weird because it's weird how my memories are translating through dreams, like from one dream to another. And in the dream world, it's just become more of a constant. Um, and like I would just like I'd be like, oh okay, this is fucking happening. So I just go under a roof and chill it out until it all uh waits out. And then as I like started to like turn like 19 or whatever, I started just like kind of casually floating around, and it felt more graceful. It was kind of slow, but it was like, oh wow, and that was just my mode of transportation, as I would just float around like that. Um, and then as of recently, I've been doing superhero like level shit. Like I've actually been doing sonic booms and shit, and it's kind of weird. It's like I'm learning how to fly better and better, and more dreams. And as of recently, I've been doing some crazy level cool shit. Maybe you're trapped. Yep. Eyeball thing is turning pretty cool. Thank you. Rockmaster is having an existential crisis. Well, probably. I remember I tried to like I think I was like channeling some like kind of shit through the original post, so like the eye kind of also looked like it was like crying and stuff as the body was like kind of deteriorating. I think I'm channeling a similar vibe through this. Don't know what it means, but I do it. Um, I think he just walked in and his boys are playing Minecraft without him. He's like, guess I'll die. Um, I'm gonna need a little bit of sentimental. Put me up. I want to work on a lot of projects. Problem is, like I just said this, but the problem is I just keep on coming up with more ideas, and then I run out of time. Um, I don't know what I want to start on next. I want to do kind of a movie review. I want to talk about D&D or something. Make some cool videos. I feel like now I'm at a level in my life where I can do a lot of cool shit. It's just I need to balance stuff more to actually do it. Um, but yeah. There's backroom levels at never ending bathroom from a store. What? Are you kidding me? That's wild. Um, you guys ever dream you aren't yourself? I dream that I'm not myself all the time. I've had something similar, but this time I don't know. Like you guys probably like we all got different beliefs, but like I mean this was like the night of the blue moon, like that Halloween was a blue moon, and in my belief that is when the spirit world is closest to us. And I was just kind of meditating, enjoying it, um and I remember I was like, maybe I'll get fucking superpowers, and I was like super excited. I was like probably not gonna happen, probably not gonna happen, but it would be cool if it would, so I was keeping kind of an open mind. And in my dream, it was super vivid. Everybody started getting superpowers around me. This is probably one of the most intense dreams I had. A lot of times when I try to bring it up with my girlfriend, she don't like listen into it because it freaks her the hell out. Um, but yeah, so everybody starts getting superpowers, and I ask out loud, like, why don't I get a superpower? And then it was like my point of view changed. It wasn't me looking anymore, and a different voice, a deeper voice, went because. And then it was like I was looking at myself. I started looking at myself. Oop, yeah, I live next to cows, if you guys heard that. I was looking at myself, and like the expressions I was feeling and stuff was the same as what I was looking at. Like I looked shocked, I was confused. And the voice said, "You're a monster." And then I started slowly transforming into like a beastly looking kind of thing. And then I snapped into, I almost awake, but it was sleep paralysis. And it was hard to breathe. It was like I was breathing in smoke. It felt like my nails were getting longer, my teeth were getting sharper. It just felt like my body was distorting. And like there was like a hand, it felt like there was a hand pressed near my head and near my chest, and it felt like there was a face leaning into my own. And I could almost feel it. Like I couldn't see, but I could feel what this thing looked like. It was like a lack of face. It was like a storm leaning in close, like a spiraling black. Same with the hands. It was like a vibrating energy. My brain started to like what's the word? Like conduct, vibrate. Um, and you know, like that noise that they put in movies when like an atomic bomb's getting closer and closer. It was like that, but it was subtle. And then I shot it. I busted myself out, and I like gasped for air, and I was like, "Oh, what the fuck was that?" Like a dumbass, because I was tired. I was like, "I'm just gonna go back to sleep." I laid down, and it was so weird. It was an instant snap back into sleep paralysis, except the face was closer, felt angrier. The breathing was much harder, and it was just like the atomic bomb kind of noise was taking over my ears. And then I shot out my fist, and then I was like, huh. And I laid there, and I was like, I guess I'm not sleeping anymore. Um, a lot of times when I tell people about that, they're like, "Aren't you freaked out? Aren't you think you're gonna get possessed?" And I was like, "No, the bitch ran away after one punch. I'm not fucking afraid. I don't give a shit." But it was one of the most intense experiences I've ever had. It was nuts. I'm like 90% sure something tried to possess me. I'm gonna do some more rock effects. Yep. Nope. Backroom level. Nope, it's a backroom level. Okay, that's nuts. Dreams are super interesting to me. Same here. I think that's also why I love the Witch's Stone so much. Um, it's got a lot of concepts that are really interesting me. Um, like not gonna get too specific, but part of my belief is that the moon is very sacred. Um, you know, it's almost like gives wisdom and shit, and I think it's really cool in that story. The main character is so closely tied to the moon. I love the moon. Super cool. I feel like my girlfriend would be into it. I think I'm gonna try to get her into it. She don't read as much comics as I do though, but she loves witchy stuff. Almost done with this one, and I can move on to something else. But whatever should I draw next? Sleep paralysis dreams are terrifying. Yeah. There's a document about them that I'm afraid to watch because I don't want them to get worse. My sleep paralysis are always super weird. Like, people always say you can't do anything about them, but I've always found it that if I push hard enough, I could break out. So I'm never really too freaked out about them, but there's always something weird that happens. There's one time where I woke up and Pennywise was just sitting at my bed. And I remember the exact words I try to say. I'm not trying to make myself sound like a hopeless badass or anything, but frankly, with like, my personal belief with like, spirits and shit is if you show fear or you allow yourself to get scared, they're going to take over. So you need to be as nonchalant as possible about it. So I try to say, "Sup, bitch," and and then I was like, all right, I'm just gonna close my eyes. You're just gonna go away. I open my eyes again, still fucking there. Then I like try to move. I was like, fuck. So I started pushing real hard, and then my leg kicked out, and I kicked the fucking wall, but it got away. But yeah, no way, no form am I a total badass. You could definitely scare the absolute shit out of me. But when it comes to ghosts and shit, like I said, I believe that you allow yourself to get afraid, they're going to take advantage. That's like a lot of my like ghost shit that I kind of like think is super interesting. And part of my own beliefs is I kind of put into a Buivo. Super excited about a Buivo. Super excited. Has like werewolves and shit, and people who like keep balance of the spirit world. They explain why, well, like like most stories, they explain why humans don't really know about it. In mine, it's not like they can't understand. It's that no, humans are actually very dangerous. They have a lot of potential, and you see what happens when people start to realize their potential uh, throughout the story. And yeah, they're very scarily powerful. I'm gonna need a little sentimental. Back me up. All right, I think it looks pretty cool. I never experienced sleep paralysis. Sounds scary. Yeah, I can get kind of scary. I can logically convince myself that I'm fine usually. My dog sleeps with me, and I'm like, the dog would freak out if this was real. That is true. Once I had a dream that I met someone that I don't know, IRL, and she told me where she was from and pointed to it on a map. Never heard of the place before. When I woke up, I googled it and it was real. Place she exactly pointed at. Yeah, I've had wild shit like that happen before. That's crazy. But that's like full on premonition level shit. At most, like I've there's some things where I have like exact experiences. I mostly just like I have conversations, and then when I have the conversation in real life, I'm like, holy shit, I've had a dream about this before. It's not even like deja vu. This was literally a dream I had, and I remember having this dream. What this is helping me with, though, I don't know. It's probably nothing. At most, at most, the craziest shit that I think I probably experienced was maybe astral projection. I don't think I've ever done it, but I feel like it might have happened. Like there were some times where I was sitting like crisscross applesauce, just looking at myself sleeping, and then the door opened as my mom walked in to wake me up for like school when I was younger, and like my mom walked up. The moment she touched my shoulder, I woke up and my mom was standing in the exact position. It was nuts. That was crazy. You know what? I'm just gonna no more lines. I think I'm done with this one. I think this one's cool enough. Just gonna put this over here. Here we go. That one's pretty cool. What next? What should I draw next? Ugh. By the way, I'm super excited that I have the ability to stream. I didn't think that would happen where I'm living, but I got the new like kind of fiber internet, and it's pretty damn good. It takes a while to download things on my computer, but it's not horribly bad like it used to be before. Oh, I gotta rest my eyes just a little bit. Oh, bro. Jeebus. Oh, I think one of my eyelashes in my eye. Yeah, damn. Yeah, when I first got my internet, I was really concerned about it. I guess now that it's been sitting still for so long, um, sitting there for so long, it's starting to work better. So that's pretty cool. I can't dream journal. Oh, dream journaling is interesting. You should try it if you haven't. I should try it. I can't. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Um, yeah, I should try it. It's just, I gotta like, I have like the worst memory when it comes to some stuff like that. Like it's like every morning I gotta get up and I gotta do this. I'll I'll forget it. I'll forget it. Like, and then eventually I'll forget that even wanted to try to do that kind of thing. I do have like a little notebook that could probably fit by the side of my bed. I could probably start using that. I actually got this really cool like this really cool book that's got like this cool like little Celtic symbol on top of it. It's like made of leather and junk, and it's got like a handcrafted paper in it. And I was like, I don't want to just use this as like an art thing. I want to use it for something cool. So I kind of like used it to like keep track of my tarot readings and keep track of like the questions I asked and stuff, and used the like wrote down like the layout. What's it called? The spread. Like drew the spread and what cards are there and what position they're in. Um, but maybe I should also use it. Maybe I should use it as a dream journal. That'd be cool. Dreams are long though. You just have to tell yourself before you go to sleep that you will remember it, and as soon as you wake up, actively try to remember it. Yeah, sometimes. I don't know how I started doing it, but I just started lucid dreaming. So my dreams kind of just stay in my head. And if I don't remember them, then they are 100% nonsense. So I'm like, all right, um, not necessary. I've been having a lot of dreams of post-apocalypse though, which I think a lot of people are having nowadays. Ooh, I'm getting sleepy. Hmm. Right. All right. What to draw next? I'm not sure what I should draw next. Like I said, I kind of really want to get this one. I really like D&D, and I kind of like the design. I'm not sure where I would put it though. I'm getting one this Saturday on my forearm. My girlfriend's got like these theater faces, and I drew my own kind of theater faces. Um, so that'd be cute to get that. You know, don't want to get like somebody's name tattooed on me, but you know, it's I kind of want to get it because it'd be cool because we both met when we were in theater in high school and stuff. And it was like, you know, pretty big part of my life, big part of her life. And you know, not saying that anything bad's gonna happen, but if down the line we just aren't together anymore, I still got a cool memory. You know, still like I'm like, I could still attribute to a lot of things. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. Pretty excited about it. Just I'm planning on getting whole ass sleeveys though, so trying to think about where I want to put this one. I'll probably go on my right arm because I want like a whole like design on my left arm. My right arm's gonna be more patchwork. Don't know where I'd put this though. Probably like over on my like tricep or something. Thinking about maybe getting the D20 to be like a red or something. Let's get like a maroony. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool if it was just that. How long has this been going? I'm gonna check how long this stream's been going. Um, what does it show me how long this stream's been going? Oh wow, hour 37 minutes. Blood red. Yeah, I'm contemplating maybe doing the eye, but nah, that's too much red. I don't even know if I want the red or not. I can't decide if the red looks cool or not. You know what? No. Yes. No, I'll just keep it there. Separate tab. Let's get rid of the sketches for this one. All right. I don't know how many designs I want to get, but I want them to kind of diversify a bit. Um, Maybe I should do something with like an inanimate object. I know a lot of people want like swords or knives or stuff. What? What the fuck is he saying? Hold on. Probably gonna hear this from my phone. Someone sent me a video.
Spell applesauce with just A's. You could call it.
What does it mean, bitch? You better say it. Hold on.
Separate tab.
I'm gonna turn off my mic real quick. I had to turn off the mic real quick. I gotta call my homie Justine here for a little bit. Ask her a question, and I might end the stream soon. Not to call you out, Justine. Uh, yeah, but yeah. Either way, the stream is getting kind of late. Um, well, not late. It's been going on for a little bit. I gotta do some cleaning. I didn't expect to stream for so long, but it's been really fun. Some really cool people hopped on. Super excited that they got on. Like I said, I think you guys over on that Discord are all super cool. I wish I would talk with you guys more. I'm so busy all the time. Um, but yeah, I've never actually really had like art friends before. Besides Justine. Justine does art too, but yeah, it's cool. It's cool to have people to talk about comic stuff with, and that are actually really chill too. But yeah, I was gonna try to draw Excalibur if you guys couldn't tell. Uh, but yeah, I think I'll try to stream again. I'll see about let's make these Thursday morning streams. I think these would be pretty fun to do every Thursday because I know I got Thursdays off and I know I got the internet. Um, and yeah, have a good night, everybody. Bye byes. Oh wait, I just hold on. Wait, before I left, I just realized maybe more people will be on because I live on the fucking West Coast, so it's fucking early when everybody else is later at night. So maybe this will work out. All right. This is super fun. I'm really glad that my computer could hold up, my laptop could hold up. Um, be sure to join in again. Maybe next time I'll be working on my actual comic. Or maybe I'll just take just random requests. I'm just hoping next time we'll have people who can like more participate and just come up with cool